Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to 7 Days of Strength. This is day 2 and we're going to take a deep dive into the shoulders. You might not know this about me, but I don't have naturally strong shoulders and I've really had to work over more than 20 years of practice to develop the strength that I apply in my practice. And I hope the methodology that I'll share with you today will work almost like a foundational kind of introduction to the shoulders, maybe also like a therapy if you have any injuries in your shoulders, and then also a really stable and functional way to build strength in a safe and effective program so that you can really start to achieve all the strength-based poses that may feel completely impossible to you as you keep practicing. So I have 2 yoga blocks that I'm going to work with today, and we're going to be using the floor and some of our body weight just to really test out the outer limits of what we can work with to build foundational strength in the shoulders. So let's get started. Let's come down to a comfortable seated position. I'd like you to close your eyes and bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's rest the hands down. Tune into your shoulders and just feel how your body feels at the level of the shoulders. What strength is there? What flexibility is there? What energy is present at the level of the shoulders? There's a lesson for you in today's class, and I encourage you to keep searching for what that lesson is. Then allow yourself a long, conscious, deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Good, we're going to start off with my favorite movement to stabilize the shoulders. And if you do yoga drills with me on my online channel, OmStars, you know exactly what we're going to do right now. So let's take your fingers out to the side and inhale, arms out to a T shape. Yep, this is the basic thing that you're going to do to help you feel the stability in your shoulders. And we're just going to move the shoulder blades away from each other, and we'll stay for 5 breaths. Good, just like that. It's looking good. We have 1, 2, keep breathing, 3, 4, we're almost there, 5. Now I want you to stabilize your core by drawing the abdominal muscles in towards the center, and then let's roll the shoulders forward. Good, so we're taking small, tight arm circles, and we'll do that for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're reversing directions now, so now we're going backwards. So that's 1, 2, 3, good job, 4, almost there, 5. Hold it back out to a T shape for another 5 breaths, and we have 1, 2, don't overdo it, just feel the shoulders, 3, that's it, we got 4, and 5. Exhale, let's bring it down, give your shoulders a little shake, and the next thing we're going to do is arm circles that are a little bit bigger, and this will feel like you're kind of getting more towards the full range of motion inside the shoulder joint. In the yoga practice, we're always working strength and flexibility kind of in equal measure. So let's take the fingers out to the side, inhale, come back up to a T shape. Yep, we're there again, nice. So now we'll hold for 5 just to stabilize. So we have 1, give it a little bit of enthusiasm. This arms out to a T-shaped position we use so often in our yoga practice, like in side plank pose, or in Trikonasana position, or triangle pose. So this is a foundational movement that'll give you the full breadth of your shoulders and the full sort of wingspan of the arms. Nice, we'll stay for 1 more breath, and then we'll go through big, slow circles. And I want to go forward first. So that's big and slow. I want you to graze the floor. We say we've done this for 2, and we'll do for 3 more. Good, so that's 3. Nice, we've got 4. Let's do 1 more, and that's 5. At the top of the circle, I want you to slowly reverse directions. Good. And we'll say we've done 1. Keep moving big and slow. 2. Graze the floor, 3, almost like you're doing a backstroke, in swimming. I don't know if I've ever actually done that, but what I'm imagining a backstroke to be like. Let's do 2 more. Good, massage the shoulder joint. Yes, come back out to a T shape. The arms are a little fatigued right now. That's okay. I want you to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's bring it down. Nice. Give your shoulders a little bit of a shake. And the next thing we're going to do is air chaturangas. And this might seem almost too easy, but this will allow you to target the foundational kind of strength of the support of underneath the shoulder, so it's not always at the joint, but kind of at your latissimus dorsi and serratus anterior, the muscles kind of right around your, middle chest towards the back area. So we're going to take the arms forward now. So I want you to take your palms out and spread your fingertips, and then I'd like you to lift your arms a little bit up and then shoulder blades down. Nice. Let's do that one more time. We lift the arms a little bit up. Exhale, shoulder blades down, so you're moving from your shoulders. Good. One more time. Inhale, we lift the arms. Exhale, shoulders down. Nice. Now, keeping your shoulder blades moving away from each other. Draw the lower ribs in towards each other, and then exhale as you bend the elbows. You're going to lean your chest a little bit forward, and then push as you straighten the arms, and you'll move the chest a little bit back. Inhale, press, and really draw back, and then push. Keep your breath moving. You can right now coordinate either inhalation or exhalation with the movement. So we bend, and as you bend, I want you to think about shoulder blades down the back, and then push from your shoulders as you straighten and move your chest back. And then we're gonna bend the elbows and come forward, and then push from the shoulders. Let's straighten. Good, we're gonna do 2 more times. Let's bend the elbows, the chest moves forward, and then push and straighten. Last one, I want you to bend your elbows and lean forward. We'll hold for 5. Get the feeling that your body, your torso is really activating as you lean forward. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a big push as you straighten the arms, hold the arms out, shoulder blades are down the back, and let's just wave your hands a little bit to create a little bit of instability, all right? Hold it right there, creating that little instability like you're saying hi very enthusiastically. Good, 2 more breaths like this, 1 more breath, and then stabilize. Nice. Exhale, we bring it down. Good, let's release the neck, because sometimes the neck gets involved in the shoulders. You're going to drop your head over to one side and drop the opposite shoulder down. Let's just make sure the neck is really happy with us before we proceed. We want to be able to separate the activation of the shoulders from the neck. Good, let's switch the sides. Drop it over to the other side. You can use your hand to move your ear away from the shoulder. Nice, we're almost there. Good, find the spot that gives you the most release. Good, we come back to the center. Now, I want you to lie down on your back. So we're gonna take the feet hips width apart, roll down, and we're gonna find ourselves in constructed rest position. Now we're gonna use the floor as kind of a contact point so you can practice dropping the shoulder blades down. Let's take the arms up, and your knees can be a little apart or touching, what feels better for you. You wanna find that. Then draw the navel in, rib cage draws in, and then exhale, both shoulder blades into the ground. Start to move your arms and stabilize with your torso. So we're creating a little instability by moving, and almost like the whole arm is just kind of one unit. We'll do this for 5 breaths. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now stabilize. Good. Exhale, bend your elbows and push them to the ground. Inhale, shoulder blades stay on the ground, you straighten the arms. 5 more times. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten. Exhale like you're pulling down. Inhale, straighten. 2 more times. Bend your elbows and inhale, straighten. Bend your elbows, push the elbows into the ground. Inhale, straighten. Bend your elbows. Now this time, let's create the instability moving back and forward. So almost like you're flapping your wings, and let's just do that for 5 breaths. So we have 1. Equal pressure comes forward and backward, so don't move too much in one direction. So you want to do as much forward flapping as backward flapping. Keep your shoulder blades rooted and nestled into the ground. Let's say we'll be here for 2 more breaths. Good, just keep the action going. Try to relax your neck. Good, let's do 1 more breath. Good, now hold it in the open position and stay for 2. Let's use the legs a little bit more. 3, that's better. Use the core a little bit more. 4 and 5. Hold it in the open position. Almost touch, but don't touch. For 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's relax. Nice. Drop your knees over to the side, and then I want you to lie down on your stomach. All right. So lying down on the stomach, let's just aim the forehead kind of towards the ground and take the arms out to the side. Then you can let your nose make contact with the ground so we don't give our full weight down. Activate your torso, so let's draw the ribs in, and then inhale, lift your arms up, exhale down. So this is arms out to a T shape, and then inhale, arms up, exhale down. We'll do 5 more times. Inhale, arms up, exhale down. You want to keep the nose to the mat, arms up, exhale down. Inhale, take the arms up, exhale down. Let's do 3 more, arms up, exhale down. 2 more, arms up, exhale down. Last one and hold for 1. Keep the nose on the mat. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put it down. I want you to bend your elbows, with the elbows a little out to the side. Inhale, lift the arms up, exhale down. Keep the nose to the mat, arms up, exhale down. Inhale, arms up, exhale down. 3 more, arms up, exhale down. 2 more, arms up, exhale down. Last one, arms up, exhale down. Arms up and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Oh, let's lift the nose up from the mat, get a breath of fresh air, find yourself in cobra pose for a moment, and notice that the backs of the shoulders are really working right now. And so this is what we're trying to find, is the connection into the sort of the deepest strength inside of our rotator cuff, and connect that into the bigger back muscles of latissimus dorsi and your, the whole strength of the shoulder saddle underneath. You could just hang out there for a moment. Nice. We'll let the shoulders release. Good. Now I'd like you to curl your toes under, and after the toes are curled under, let's take the hands back and come up onto the hands and knees. Now we're on the hands and knees, and we're going to do one of my favorite shoulder stabilization movements, which is retraction and protraction of the shoulders. So let's bring the knees together for this one. Firm your lower abdominal muscles, and then exhale, bring your chest down and little forward, so you move into retracted position of the shoulders. Protract as your chest moves back and away. Retract, let's go down and little forward. Protract, back and away. We're going to do that 5 more times. Exhale, down and little forward. Inhale, back and away. Exhale, down and little forward. Inhale, back and away. Exhale, down and little forward. Back and away. Exhale, down and little forward. Back and away. Only 2 more. Down and little forward. Back and away. Last one, down and little forward, back and away. I want you to hold your retraction for 5. And we got 1, 2, keep the shoulder blades moving away from each other. 3, 4, and 5. Separate your knees. Come onto the tips of your toes and exhale, bend your elbows. Let's come on down. Inhale, straighten the arms. Good, let's do a few more of those. It's nice. It's like a little push-up, half a push-up. Exhale, bend the elbows and straighten the arms. Do 3 more. Make sure you come forward enough so you can feel it in your shoulders, and then consciously get that stabilization from latissimus dorsi as you lower down. Inhale, bring it back up. Let's do 2 more times. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, bring it back up. So come forward into the fronts of your shoulders where you feel it in your chest, and then exhale, bend your elbows. Bring it back up. Nice. How about child's pose for a moment? Good. Deep breath in. You can leave the arms stretched out just to release a little in the shoulders. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. Let's inhale again, and we'll come gently up. Let's grab the yoga blocks. I'd like you to set up the yoga blocks about shoulder width apart. And I want us to really get comfortable with an elevated position of the hands. Sometimes elevating the hands will make the strength work in the shoulders just a little bit more accessible. So we're going to do our first plank today with the hands, first full plank with the legs extended with the hands on the blocks. And let's check that out by stepping 1 leg back. I want you to look down and really check your tailbone position. I want to see your tailbone up like that, because that means you're recruiting your back muscles instead of the core muscles. So you can use your back, just also use the core. Take the shoulders forward. Let's get that tailbone, lower abdominal muscles working. Let's find our way up to plank. Good. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, nice, 5. Let's sink the knees down. Exhale, bend your elbows. Take it back up, all the way up to plank. Good. Hold again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's sink the knees down. Exhale, let's bend the elbows. Take it back up to plank. Good. Let's hold again for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, take it back up, plank. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a different transition here. I want you to pivot forward, forward, forward. Roll over your toes. Let's say hello to upward facing dog. So here we are in upward facing dog. And then exhale, let's move it on back to downward facing dog. You might want to come on down to your knees. Now move the blocks away, and then we'll stay in downward dog for 5 breaths. And you want to come back up to downward dog. Good. 5 breaths. And we have 1. So if we want to bend the knees a little bit, you can allow that to happen. Or you can keep the legs straight. Find what works better for you. We have 2, 3. Nice and easy. 4. Almost there. And 5. Exhale, let's sink the knees down. Good. We're going to do a little bird dog to get a little cross-action stabilization. So let's take the left arm and the right leg and hold for 1. Keep it long, not back bendy, so we can work the stabilization. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, let's set it down. Switch the sides. 1, 2, 3. Keep your gaze down. 4, 5. Exhale, set it down. Switch the sides again. 1, 2. Good. Keep working. 3. Check in. See how you're doing. See how you're feeling. 4, 5. Set it down. Switch. Right arm to the left leg. Good. Just keep the gaze down. Keep it in the core, in the front body. 3, 4, 5. Set it down. Last set. Left arm to the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost there. 5. Set it down. Switch. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Almost there. 4, 5. Let's keep it down. Sink the hips down. Full child's pose. Hands by the feet. Let the whole body relax for a moment. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good job. All right, let's come on up. Let's take the hands down. So walk the feet a little bit back. Let's keep the knees in towards each other. And now let's say hello to plank. Come on up to plank. Hello, plank. How's it going? We got 1, 2. See if you can push from your shoulders in plank. 3, 4, 5. Let's come a little forward in our plank. Good. And we got 1, 2. Bring the chest a little more forward. That's better. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Big breath in. Nice. Exhale, downward facing. All right, now we'll see if we can do some little rocks forward and back from downward facing forward to plank. You might want to bring your feet together just to make it easier to do the transition. This is a really good help for transferring body weight into the strength of the shoulders. So let's prepare. You want to feel the shoulders moving away from each other and down the back. And then inhale, come forward, plank. And then back to downward facing. Inhale, come forward. Your chest is forward, plank. You might even roll over your toes. All the way back to downward facing. Come forward, plank, find it and roll. All the way back to downward facing. Good job. Okay, we're going to do a few more. All right, let's come on forward, find that plank, all the way back to downward facing. 2 more times, all the way forward, find your plank, all the way back to downward facing. Now we're gonna come forward, toe point plank. I want you to hold it here for 1, 2, 3. Make sure you feel it in your chest. 4 and 5. Let's sink the knees down. And then exhale, we can bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing. Good job. Exhale, downward facing. From downward facing, I'd like you to sink the knees down, and now we're going to explore a little bit of a challenge in plank. All right? Well, everybody likes to challenge your plank. We're going to take the blocks, and we're going to stack them in the back. And I want you to stack them on top of each other so that we elevate the feet a little bit. Now you're at home, so you may have something that's more elevated than 2 yoga blocks. You want to back your feet up to your sofa. You're welcome to try this from your sofa as well. But that might be a little scary. So if you use the blocks, the most important thing is that you don't kick them over. So that's like number 1 goal. So we set the bar relatively low. Don't kick over the blocks. Then I'd like, and it's actually not as easy as you think. It's easy to kick them over. So you're going to make sure the weight is forward in your shoulders. Then you'll step up with one foot, step up with the other foot. So it's like an elevated plank. And let me just hold this for 5 breaths. Nice. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay right here, and we're going to retract and protract. Retract, down and little forward. Protract, back and away. Retract, down and little forward. Protract, back and away. Don't come off the blocks. Retract, down and little forward. Back and away. Give me 2 more. Down and little forward. Back and away. Down and little forward. Let's hold it down. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. Step gently off of the blocks. Give me a cat and cow. Inhale, extend your spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, it's round. Again, let's inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, it's round. Good. Come on back for a moment. We're going to do 1 more elevated plank, all right? 1 more elevated plank, all right? So if it was too much on the elevation, you can also just do another plank without your feet on the blocks. So we're going to, again, take the weight in the shoulders, look back, here we are. Good. Now to challenge ourselves, we're going to take the left foot on the inside and then just place the right foot pointed and stack it on top of the left. So this brings us even more towards the center line, and we'll hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down, make sure you're stable, and lift the right leg back and up and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it down. We'll switch the sides. Come back to your plank. Look at your feet. Left leg. Keep it up for 1, 2, 3. It's also hard work for your legs. 4, 5. Left leg comes up for 2, 3, 4, 5. Set it down. Back to your elevated plank. Sink your knees down. Exhale. Chaturanga. Come off the blocks. Inhale. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing. Walk forward. Come to your knees. Cross the feet. Sit on the feet. Crossed or not. Move the blocks over to the side. All right. Good. Let's stay in the kneeling position for a moment. Somehow I got here. Interlace the fingers and lift the center of the chest up and hold for 2, 3, 4. Almost there. 5. You're going to turn your hands out and hold again. 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep breathing. 4 and 5. Roll all the way under. Let's come down to child's pose. 2 breaths here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Last one. Nice. Now to release the shoulders, we're going to take a puppy pose. So let's walk gently back. Bring the hands together and walk a little bit forward. And then as you exhale, we can aim either the top of the head, sort of at the hairline to the ground, coming onto the fingertips, releasing from the shoulders, or if that feels kind of too easy for you, like you don't feel the stretch in your shoulder, then you can aim your chest to the ground and go for that same fingertips up. We'll hold for 5 breaths. So we have 1, 2, 3, keep trying to think about your chest and your armpits, reaching towards the ground. 4, almost there. 5, press your hands, walk them gently back. Good. Then you're going to turn your knees to the side. We're going to roll the spine back down to the ground. Good. I hope you feel the intimacy with your shoulders. Let's do a little bit of release work for the shoulders. So I want you to hug yourself. Give yourself a nice hug. Reach all the way around. Let's take the hug to the left and the hug to the right. Very good. Keep it relatively easy. Nice. We're gonna switch the arms. So if you had the left arm on top, I want you to take the right arm on top this time. Move that hug to one side. Move the hug to the other side. Very good. Now, a big breath in and a big breath out. Release the hands and bring both knees up into your chest. Good. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe a little realignment in the hips there. Extend your right leg. And then as you breathe out, reclining twist. Lift the left arm up and spiral open. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's inhale back to the center. Both knees in. We're going to switch. Left leg extends. Right leg comes over. Inhale, reach up and over. So we have 1, 2, 3. Don't force the body. You want to feel where it's comfortable. 4, 5. Let's come back to the center. This time just right into constructive rest. Take a moment to reflect on what we've practiced today, that foundational kind of almost educational learning of the shoulders, how to build up from the basics to weight bearing. Separate your arms, extend the legs, and let's take rest. Allow the mind to release. As you tune into the structural integrity of your shoulders, are the shoulders strong already and you can trust them? Or are you working on building strength in your shoulders? What does the stability of the shoulders mean to you? What lesson is there in this foundational work of strength? Feeling the connection to the inner work of the practice. Slowly start to reawaken your body by moving your fingers and toes, your hands and feet in a manner that works for you. Let's find the way back to constructive rest. We'll draw the knees all the way up into the chest. Then as you exhale, let's roll over onto the side. We'll inhale, we'll come on back up and find a comfortable seated position again. We find that comfortable seated position, eyes closed. Take a moment to reflect on the inner journey, your journey of strength. Take a moment to reflect on the inner journey of strength. What's led you to this moment? What lessons there are for you, and how you can integrate that into your practice. Let's bring the hands together and let the seeds of inspiration encourage you to keep coming back so that you can return to this practice again, and that you make the commitment to show up tomorrow so that we can continue the journey together. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. Everybody who's new into the universe of practice with me, I hope you keep a little bit of inspiration to keep coming back on the mat. not only for the physical aspect of the practice, but to really open yourselves up to the spiritual journey of yoga. For everybody who's a part of my Om Stars family, I love you and I thank you so much for being a part of our shared community of what it means to really practice the spiritual tradition of yoga. May everyone who joins this practice, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love. Thank you so much for practicing, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue these 7 days of strength.